Welcome. This video is about making modifications to writing assignments, and primarily what I'm going to be talking about today is writing templates, which is a great strategy that you can use in your classroom, not only for your special needs kids, but you can also use it for your ELL and your at-risk kids who might really be struggling with writing. The writing template is a pretty basic idea. It's basically just providing a scaffolding structure for kids with writing assignments. What I recommend is sort of at the beginning of the year when kids are really uncomfortable with it. You really have to teach them how to use the writing template so they become comfortable with it and they know what to expect. And you might be providing a lot more support at the beginning of the year. And then as the year goes on, the amount of support on the writing templates will be decreased. And you'll kind of see that with some of my examples. This first example is from actually an essay question that's on one of our social studies tests on the Civil War, and the students were supposed to write about a person that they researched who was significant in the Civil War, and they needed to talk about their legacy in the war, and then they also needed to describe what their own personal legacy was going to be in their life. Students often don't know where to begin, even to begin writing, so we like to always start out with some sort of a topic sentence. And as you can see here, we have the person and then we've left room for the name. So fill in the blanks are really good so kids can make it more personalized for their individual assignment. We also talked about the key person in the Civil War and then left some lines there for them to give some specific information for that. Another action that they did that helped this person be influential was when, and then again providing some prompting there for them to fill it out. Again, modeling the use of a transition word like finally, this person made a difference during the Civil War by doing this. And then closing it up, the Civil War may not have been the same without the choices and actions of this person. So we're providing them with a topic sentence, we're providing them with some transitional phrases, and then giving them that final concluding sentence to help them out. This is another example from social studies, and this time students were to write a letter. It had to be historically accurate to someone in the British Parliament as a colonist. And again, most kids that we run into who are special needs really don't know how to write a personal letter. So you need to provide that structure for them. So we have the date and the address, dear sir or madam, and then providing sort of that introductory few sentences to get them started. And then they're expected to sort of add on describing the different taxes, the goal of the taxes, which other types of taxes were there, and then giving them a closing for them to fill out their name. So again, this structure really works for a lot of kids to help them get started. Another example from social studies was a letter to the editor, and again you can see I sort of, we started with the introduction and the greeting. We, again, gave them a lot of support at the beginning with the topic sentence, you can see there, and then providing some transitional phrases to take them through where they need to be. And then you can see towards the end, we provide, again, that concluding sentence, helping them to sort of figure out how to draw it all together, and then their closing. This example is, you can see, is pretty detailed. It comes from Language Arts. In the book To Kill a Mockingbird, the students had to write about Atticus Finch and his character giving advice in different aspects of the book. And this was particularly difficult for kids because they had to use quotes from the book. So again, we give them the topic sentence, and then we have a prompt here for background information. We give them the quote, and then the page numbers, and then the kids are asked to explain what the quote means in their own words. Prompting them to give a summary sentence. A lot of kids don't know how to write a summary sentence, so you would give them sort of that, that prompting question, how does this apply to life in general, and so forth. As you can see, as the year goes on, we're sort of pulling back and not providing as much support. So in this one, you can see the Bill of Rights writing template. I'm giving them some instruction that they need the attention getter, but and the bridge, but I'm not necessarily providing that for them. So they're expected to provide that piece. I am still helping them with the thesis statement because that seems to be pretty difficult for kids. So again, I'm giving them that structure that they just need to fill in. Again, I'm pulling back a lot, don't have a lot of information here. I'm just telling them it's a second paragraph and they need a topic sentence. and then third paragraph topic sentence. So that's an example of further into the school year when the kids don't require as much support. This was another language arts example. It was a document study that students did on Edgar Allan Poe, and this was difficult because students had to read the different documents, and then they had to come to a conclusion as to which document they felt provided the theory for his death. And this was difficult for many reasons. So as you can see, we provided that topic sentence. We've got some transitional phrases, and then we're giving them that concluding sentence to help them out and providing them lots of room there to write. This would be sort of another example of what we might do for a student towards the end of the school year, or a student that's pretty strong but just needs a little bit of help with those topic sentences. This would be an example of a Columbus Day essay for social studies where we're just providing the topic sentence, and then the students have to provide the rest of it themselves. So this would be towards the end of the year for most students after they've had a lot of scaffolding and support. And this is a great example of for a multi-paragraph essay. This was a 5-paragraph essay that we wanted to give students some support in. You can see the introduction. We give them a little bit of prompting for what to put there. We provide information about the bridge and tell them what to put with the bridge and give them some specific information there. And then we provide the thesis, tell them that we want them to state the theme, okay, giving them a little bit of more support there. Body paragraph number 1, we are giving them that prompting that they need a topic sentence. Body paragraph, telling them what to put in the body paragraph. And then a summary sentence at the end. And so forth. And then you can see body paragraph 2, we do the same thing, topic sentence, body, summary sentence, and so forth. And then when we come to the conclusion, we're telling them to restate the thesis. We're also providing the information for that summary, reminding them about a final thought. And then this feature is really important too, is to remind them to have their works cited, listed, because they're going to need that when they type the paper to turn it in. Hope this was helpful, and thank you for watching.